spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
Okay.
Shall we then?
Mystery woman from our past. Is this the archive? Cyril's guest.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these, works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the
house is
Heartstone
gone.
in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at
The
least know where
bellies?
to find one.
Thought it was a rock.
A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes, In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here.
Okay, so let's just go here and then go west. Can I mount here? Yes, I can. Alright.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
Oh, interesting. It doesn't automatically dismount me. This thing isn't considered like a major battle.
Get him!
Happy subiversary.
Hey, Captain Fantastic, thank you. Oh, I dodged 2 of the 3. Down. Hello, hello, Sam. Alright, hopefully the component we need from this thing is not damaged by impaling it on a giant icicle.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Oh, they don't have one of those things where you hold the button to teleport back to the quest giver for this one. Alright. Back to Tabor.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And a Heartstone claimed.
Heartstone.
Yes. This radiant luster like frozen flame. is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Hope you're having fun with this game. Yeah, it's fun.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
Represented by a
And
dead
only if we
griffin.
stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew...
That's kind of funny. Sir, she's hiding her jewelry. Sir, something's up. Sir, listen.
My time was short, so I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that his Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
Sam says, I'm playing FF16 for the first time and I just got done with a little side quest 2 days ago. I tried the DLCs, they were amazing. I was speechless the whole time playing it. I don't know if I'm going to do the DLCs. I finished, I've enjoyed the game, but I finished the main quest yesterday, and I was really depressed by the ending. And now I am trying to go through the side stories to finish the side stories that I didn't finish.
Plans suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
So there's not even a graphic for the armbands. He's like, the bands suit you well, but we don't even see them.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
I kind of expect Joshua is still going to have PTSD, because the way that the dad died was Joshua started to do something he shouldn't, and the dad went, no, don't, and then got his head cut off.
He's waiting.
So, like, Joshua acted as a distraction for his dad to get decapitated. Looks like there's another quest below us. Having fun with the remake from Silent Hill 2. It's alright. We're like 2 hours into it so
Lord
far.
Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god.
Oh no.
By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate.
True.
When he might yet be saved.
I did say that. I did say those things.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Why is he wishing me to have heartburn? What a jerk. Mohito says, have you ever thought about having a flatline button on the heart rate monitor? Dude. Well, when I have the heart rate monitor in for spooky games, having a button that flatlines it? No, I don't need people calling 911 and sending welfare checks to my house. That's a funny idea, but let's just leave it as an idea and not do anything else with it. Let's see. Hang on one sec. I gotta take this hoodie off. It's getting too warm in my house. We're getting slightly more naked than we were when we started this stream. Okay. Alright. So looks like we got 3 quests over here. Just pick one of them. Okay. Wow, that's a bit of a jog, isn't it? Alright. Twitch, careful Twitch don't like more naked these days. I wouldn't know, Shugo. I don't travel in those channels as much as you do. Even VTubers. To be fair, Shugo, some VTubers really try to push the envelope as far as they freaking can.
Come on.
I actually saw a clip on Twitter the other day. And it was some VTuber. And she was like playing some game, bada. Her avatar looked fine. And of course, her avatar, just like almost every VTuber, is like an attractive lady, but you know she was wearing clothes. And then she got scared and like hit a button, and then her model went topless. And she kept going. She didn't realize it, and she kept playing for like another minute or so. And then chat was like yelling at her, and she's like, "What is it? Oh God!" And then she like realized what happened and hit the button to hide it. And then she's like, "I'm so sorry." People are like, "Why do you even have that button?" And she's like, "Oh, I was recording stuff for OnlyFans earlier." And it was just like, really? You have a please ban me Twitch button on your stream deck?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah, did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed.
Now I'm confused. The VTuber model was topless. The character, like there was an anime character on screen that was clothed. The streamer accidentally hit a button and the character became topless. Like I was really surprised by this, but she had a button that made the avatar basically become Haname. And everyone was like, "What the hell?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I was." When I saw the clip, I was like, "You have a button for that?" Like I was shocked that she paid extra to have that option available for the model. And there's an OnlyFans the character. That's what they implied. Look, I literally had never even heard of the streamer. No Shugo, I don't know the name of them. It was just the clip of it on Twitter went viral, and that's how I saw it. And I was just like, oh my god.
Village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
What?
Let us be reborn in your loving arms. Free us from the door.
Bug out here pretending he doesn't have the same button. I do not. Dude, I got a button that turns me into this derpy dude. That's it.
Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Third chair still lives so far.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen
Wearing
before.
a cowl with an
Praying
L on the end.
night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... 'tis different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go find out what. Stay here.
He wants to just stay and watch these people turn into zombies? Ether flood?
An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready.
That was a short fight.
What now?
Oh, it's an elevator to one of those dungeons. Is it gonna come back up with a big dude? Imagine my shock!
We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
blast!